The Oklahoma City Thunder have made absolute history. Now, what have they done exactly? Well, we're going to break that down in this episode of Joe Mercer Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Joey Mercer, and as always, if you are watching this content, make sure to go down below and hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and every single time we upload, you'll be able to stay up to date with our takes on the NBA, and everything you need to know around is absolutely free, so why not go down below and hit that subscribe button. So without further ado, let's get into the topic at hand today, which is an article from NBA.com and the Associated Press saying Thunder's Game 1 win over the Grizzlies marks the 5th largest margin of victory in postseason history. The OKC's 51-point win, yes, 51-point win yesterday over Memphis marks the largest Game 1 margin in playoff history and falls 7 short of the postseason record. An absolutely crazy win. It says here the Oklahoma City Thunder beat the Grizzlies 131-80 in Game 1 of the first round Western Conference playoff series on Sunday, the 5th biggest margin of victory in NBA history. The 51-point margin was 7 points shy of the record and was the largest Game 1 win in NBA playoff history. Jalen Williams scored 20 points and Chet Holmgren had 19 points and 10 rebounds. SGA, the league's scoring champion with nearly 33 points per game, scored just 15 and did struggle, however, so they did in on him on defense, but didn't work out for literally anybody else on the court on the Thunder side being defended by the Grizzlies. The Thunder still shot 50.5% from the field. Defense, if you're the Grizzlies, this is not a great sign for this series. It looked like the Thunder were going to have their way with them anyway, but at least make it competitive. I mean, this right here, this is just getting borderline disrespectful if it's a 51-point victory. I mean, the effort needs to be higher if you're the Grizzlies. At least make it show like you care out there a little bit more. That is a crazy margin of victory, and they cannot allow that to happen again in this series. I think, realistically, they're probably going to get swept anyways, as the Thunder did win 68 games in the regular season. And the Grizzlies are without Jalen Wells, who's probably going to make all rookie first team, as he is third right now in Rookie of the Year voting. So, crazy enough there. They actually released him as one of the finalists yesterday officially. So, I definitely think they're missing some pieces, but they need to kind of limit that lead. It cannot be 51 points. That's crazy. Their fans definitely don't want to see that. And fans at home watching the game who aren't fans of the Grizzlies necessarily do not want to watch that style of basketball either. It's not great for the league. We were amped up, Thunder coach Mark Daigneault said. Given the guys a lot of credit for the week of practice that we had, it's a sneaky, tough week because it's a lot of days without games and it gets you out of rhythm of games. Oklahoma City, which finished the regular season with the league best 68-14 record, looked every bit the part of an overall number 1 seed. Now, they were sizzling from the start, they say here. The week off for the Thunder didn't slow down the NBA's best team this season, one that won 68 games and set a league record for point differential at basically 13 points a game. It's 12.9. Another crazy stat. Thunder opened a 35-point lead in the first half. That was the biggest first half lead of any playoff Game 1 in the league's digital play-by-play era that goes back to 1996-97. Oklahoma City has 35-point leads twice, 61-26 and 63-28. The Thunder settled for a 68-36 lead at halftime, the biggest halftime lead of any playoff game in franchise history, as well as the biggest halftime deficit ever for the Grizzlies in a playoff game. Also not a great stat, as the Grizzlies have not been the greatest team historically either. A rare first half margin. Since 1997, there have only been 2 NBA playoff games where one team led by more than 35 points. Both were done by the Cleveland Cavaliers when LeBron James played there. The Cavs led at Boston by 41 points twice in 70-29, 72-31 in the first half of Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals on May 19, 2017. And the Cavs led Atlanta by 38 points, 74-36 in Game 2 of the East Semifinals on May 4, 2016, so a year apart. And Shea only had 15, something to take away from this. Go figure. The Thunder won by 51 points on a day where their MVP favorite, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, was held to only 15 points. I was impressed with how the guys came out and played, Daigneault said. Some turnabout, perhaps? This wasn't the most one-sided game in Thunder Grizzlies history, not even close. Memphis beat Oklahoma City 152-79 on December 2nd, 2021. The 73-point margin there being the biggest in NBA history. That was back when the Thunder were really not a great team, very young at the time, and they've definitely turned things around. Game 2 is now at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow on Tuesday night, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to be tuning into that to see if the Thunder go back with a huge margin of victory, or if it's going to be a difference maker, a historic one in that for the Memphis Grizzlies. That's all I've got to say on this topic here today, but let me know what you think about it down below in the comments section. Let me know if this is that impressive of a victory, or if it's just what you expected, really, because the Thunder have been so dominant this season. But this is all I've got to say. As I've said, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell for notifications, and I'll see you all in the next one.